Hello everyone, welcome to Pokédex, the channel where I build decks for the Pokemon trading card game. I'm really excited today because I'm trying my new microphone for the first time. Last week, while I was trying to record this very deck, my old microphone got busted, so I decided to spend some cash and actually buy a decent microphone. Hopefully you guys can listen to the improved sound quality, and hopefully my videos get a little bit better. So anyways, let's look into the deck. We're playing Mega Latios EX today. An awesome Mega Evolution from Roaring Skies, and I was yet to find a Mega Latios deck that I really like. That's what it took me so long to build a deck around this card. I knew people were playing it with bats and all that, but it wasn't until I decided to play Shrine of Memories in here as well that I actually started really liking this deck. It makes a lot of sense. We'll get to that in a second, so let's just start by looking at Mega Latios EX. Sonic Ace, the only attack for 3 energy. You have to discard a couple of energy attached to this Pokemon, but it does 120 damage to any Pokemon on our opponent's side, so we can hit the bench. 120 is not that much damage, but if the bats pick up where Latios leaves us, Golbat does 20, and then Crobat does 30, that's 170 damage on the table, which will knock out a lot of EX Pokemon. Of course, because we have to discard a couple of energy, we have to find some ways, clever ways to put energy on Mega Latios. And we have the Double Dragon energy because it's a Dragon type Pokemon, so we have a couple of energies on just a single attachment. And then of course we have the Mega Turbo because it's also a Mega Pokemon, so might as well play Mega Turbo, bring some of those energy back from the discard into Mega Latios to be able to use Sonic Ace over and over again. We are playing 2 different Latios EX as the basic, and actually in this deck some Mega Evolutions usually only play the basics in order to evolve, and they don't really pay much attention to them, but actually in this deck the basic EX actually come into play a lot, and as I said, mostly because of Shrine of Memory. So because Mega Latios wants to discard energy, sometimes we don't really want to use Sonic Ace, and because of that, having Shrine of Memories in here is really good because it allows us to use the attacks of the previous evolutions, so we can actually do something while we charge up our Mega Latios. So the first Latios EX I'm playing 2 of is the one from Plasma Freeze. It has Mach Flight, does 40 damage for a couple of energy or just a Double Dragon, and the defending Pokemon can't retreat, so it's a decently good attack, I guess. 40 damage for a couple of energy is not the greatest, but the fact that the opponent sticks his Pokemon in there and can't retreat can be useful sometimes. Luster Purge, on the other hand, is a really strong attack. It does 150 damage, but we have to discard all the energy attached to the Pokemon. So not only would have to discard the 2 energy from the Mega Latios, but the 3rd as well. Maybe if we have, I don't know, another Double Dragon and extra Mega Turbos in hand, we might use Luster Purge, or maybe as a finisher as well, so never discard this attack. It's quite decent actually. And then we're playing a single Latios EX, the one from Roaring Skies. It has fast rate, so sometimes we'll start with this dude and we were able to attack on the first turn, but because we're only playing one, I wouldn't count on that to happen every single game. Anyway, it's a very interesting attack. If we discarded the 2 energy we had on our Mega Latios, we might still have a single energy in there for fast raid if we have the Shrine of Memories. And then if we get to the 4 energy, you might be able to use Light Pulse as well, not discarding energy. Sometimes that happens. And the fact that we prevent effects from the opponent sometimes is also nice. If they have an attack like one that removes special energy or something like that, we might want to use Light Pulse and then use something else like the Sonic Ace or something. So, well, I guess if we use Light Pulse we can use it again next turn because that's 220, so that would be enough to knock out anything. So that's the Latios line, a 3-3 line, but the Latios EX are actually split. As I said, we're playing bats, so it's a 4-4-3 line, very thick line. I really want to get those bats down, really want to get the damage down and the damage going, because it's really important to get it and starting really early. Then I'm playing a single Shaymin. I was playing Jirachi X in here before, but the fact that we are playing a single AZ, I think AZ is a little bit better with Shaymin, just because we can immediately put Shaymin down and draw cards. If we were playing the AZ with Jirachi, of course we could grab the AZ with Jirachi, but we couldn't do the other way around. I mean, we couldn't use AZ to grab the Jirachi because that would only work for the following turn. So I guess it works a little bit better with Shaymin, I think, and also it's quite faster this way. So yeah, I'm going with Shaymin for now, but I can see other ways to build this deck. I mean, I'm only playing one as well because we don't really have that much band space to spend with this deck. So I found that one Shaman is okay to grab with an Ultra Ball. We have one Computer Search, also grabs us any card from our deck. 3 Mega Turbo, really important as I said, to charge up the Mega Latios after an attack. Then we're playing a couple of Target Whistle. Really interesting card in this deck. Maybe it's not worth it, but I think it's really cool. If the opponent is playing Shaman, and a lot of opponents are these days, or Jirachi for example, can just use Sonic Ace, take up a couple of prizes, then use the Target Whistle the following turn, put that thing back onto our opponent's bench and knock it out again. That's really, really good. So it's free prizes off of an item, so I think it's worth it to play a couple of them. We are playing only 2 Trainer's Mail, mostly because this deck is really stuffed. I'd love to play more because I really love this card. I think it's really gassy item draw. And then we're playing the 3 Ultra Ball. I don't think we can go lower on this, and the fact that we can't go higher is because we're not playing a lot of items. Actually, if I had more space, I would be playing more Trainer's Mail, not more Ultra Ball. Then we're playing 3 VS Seeker, really versatile supporter card. We have a single AZ, it's the only scoop up that we have in the deck. It only works for the bats. Well, I guess, as I said, it can work for the Shaman if we're really tied up, but it's mostly for the extra damage with the bats. And of course, we can bring it back with a VS Seeker, so only playing 1. Then we have a couple of Lysanders for those tactical turns where we bring something to the active position. And actually, because we're playing the Latios with Mech Flight, sometimes that's really interesting that we can bring something to the active position, use Mech Flight, stick it there, and we have sometimes an extra turn to recharge our energy. So that's cool. We have a 4N and 4 Sycamore as most decks. We're playing 3 Shrine of Memories, as I said. Not only do they bounce the opponent's stadiums, they are also really interesting stadiums in this deck, mostly because they save energy. And then we're playing 3 Spirit Links in order to evolve without losing our turn. Then, as far as the energy goes, of course, 4 Double Dragon, really important. We're playing a couple of Water, just because sometimes we want to be using attacks without having special energy in there, especially because the opponent might be playing AG Slash or something like that. So playing a couple of Water is really nice. Then, of course, 5 Psychic Energy, which allow us just basically turn on our Mech Flight and Fast Raid attacks. Let's just play this deck. Let me take a sip of water while we wait for the opponent to show up. It's getting really warm as far as the weather goes, so sorry. We're playing against what? It's very psychic colorless deck. Kind of weird deck to be playing against. Let's see. Okay, so we start with a Latios. We are going first, and this is not the right Latios to be able to attack on the first turn. Doesn't really matter too much. I mean, we might just put this energy down and just grab the Zubat, I guess. Yeah, I'm going for that. I'm going to spend my whole hand. Play the Zubat, play the Spirit Link, because we will be playing that Sycamore this turn. And we actually have a decent hand for next turn. We can evolve and play the Shaman. Actually, the Shaman I don't think will be that useful, because we have a full hand of cards that I don't think we will be able to get rid of. My opponent plays a Sharon, so yeah, maybe this is not the greatest of decks. And he brings the Sharon back with the VS Seeker. Or maybe Sharon is just the right supporter, and I'm not really seeing it. Okay, so let's just evolve our Latios, and then I think I'm playing the N. Shuffle stuff back. Also shuffle the stuff for my opponent, but oh well, we don't find the stadium, but what we do find is another energy, which I'll definitely play down. And then if my opponent does not end us, next turn we will be killing that Gardevoir, and we will get the Sycamore back and play it. Definitely do not want to play the end, especially after we kill the Gardevoir. Oh no, forget about it. My opponent is actually going to heal 20 damage off the Gardevoir, right? And Life Flip heals damage. Okay. So it's maybe going to be a little bit harder. Hopefully we can draw the stadium, which will allow us to use Mech Flight and deal the 40 damage that we're missing. Actually, that would knock out our opponent's Pokemon on the spot. So yeah, I'm just going for this. And now because I'm not killing his guy, I actually think I'm going to N. And my opponent also has a lot of cards in hand, so okay, we did not draw the stadium, but we can get the knockout right here and then, right now, so right then and there. So let's just, yeah, I guess that's it. So let's just look for another match, because this one was really quick and we didn't really get to use that much of our deck. I mean, the bet was kind of irrelevant because we got just to string a couple of sonic attacks in there. I really like this deck. I think it's really fun. It's a bats deck, but it's not really your typical really strong bats deck. I mean, I don't think this deck is tier 1. I think maybe possibly tier 2 if you build it right and if the meta is right, but I think a lot of decks just outclass this one. They output so much damage. I mean, the other bats decks, both Seismitoad and... Okay, we're going second, so I'm going with a Mach Flight dude. Both, as I was saying, both Seismitoad and... Yeah, might as well put this guy down. Both Seismitoad decks and Landorus Bats decks, I think, deal a lot of damage, so... And they don't need to discard energy, which we do, so that's kinda lame. Let's see what we find here. Okay, we got a Shrine of Memories, which might help heal some damage, and then we get a Spirit Link. I think I'm going for the Spirit Link first. And I think I will put this energy here. I will take some damage if my opponent plays a double Colorless. Take 60 damage, which is not the end of the world, I guess. Then we can target something, and my opponent has a Phantom in there, so I'm kinda scared of that. So I think I'll just Sycamore here. We get a bat. Don't think I need the second Latios right now, so I'm just going to save it in hand. Just want to find a double dragon energy. Start hitting that Gengar, I think. Okay, there's the double dragon, and then I want to start dealing damage to that Sigilyph really quickly. It's top priority right now. It's kind of unfortunate that... Okay, there's a Golbat, that's really nice, so let's just start doing damage to this guy, because we have no other way of killing it. Okay, now I think I'll play this thing, just because I have to... Does my opponent have any Pokemon that I want to bring back? No. Okay, so I'm just going to Sycamore here. Can evolve and retreat, and I think I'm going to do that, but that doesn't really accomplish much, does it? I mean, my bat is not weak against this attack, so I can actually... If he plays a Muscle Band, I'm just dead. It just kills my Golbat, so I think I'm going to save it. Yeah, I don't mind that too much. Do I evolve here? I don't think I do. I'm going to let this Latios die. It's kind of unfortunate, but at the same time, my N will get really good next turn, so I'm trying to look at the positives here. I also play this Spirit Link definitely on the wrong Pokemon, but oh well, what can you do? Sometimes this happens, sometimes we have to make hard decisions. So... Alright, there's the knockout. And I can actually kill that Sigilyph this turn, because we might be able to attack with a Crobat after putting 30 damage there, and then it's 90 damage, so maybe I should have just put the 20 damage in the other Pokemon, but we didn't know, so... Okay, let's play this thing. Maybe we draw a Spirit Link, and we do, and a Shrine of Memories as well. So what am I going with? I think I want the Spirit Link. I want to N, so I think I'll discard the energy and hope we draw another one. Yeah, I think I kind of have to do that. So let's just put 30 damage here. Let's look for... Could go for a Golbat. If we go for a Golbat, we might be able to attack with a Golbat. That's actually decent, I think. No, I've actually would rather attack with a Crobat, so I think I'm just going for a Zubat here. Or maybe I just evolve my Latios. But then I can't attack. Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm just going to evolve my Latios. And N. Okay. We did draw energy, but not the energy that we were expecting. But we find a couple of Golbats. We can play one. And I think I'm just going to save them, to be honest. And I think I'm actually going with the Mega Latios and start hitting his Gengar EX. Yeah, that sounds really nice. So let's just put this thing here. Let's retreat into the Mega Latios. We'll keep the Mega Turbo in hand as some kind of sneak attack. My opponent might not be expecting it, and then we take the knockout. Okay, so there's a laser, really annoying. It puts us to sleep, so hopefully can find a way to wake up. Can kill the Sigil if next turn, but that would just mean my opponent's Gengar comes into the active position. Might just bring his Phantom to the active position. Okay, so he's actually going to attack with his Gengar. That's fine, because he did not evolve into the Trevenant. And we get a chance to retreat here. Okay, so let's think for a bit. I want to bring this Phantom to the active position, make it really hard for our opponent. We can take a prize, but yeah, I think I'm actually going to. Let's see what happens after we play this. Okay, let's just kill this guy, because we will draw something. Maybe it's a supporter that we want to play, like a Sycamore. Oh yeah, it is a Sycamore. Okay, let's see what our opponent brings. Fourth. Okay, so I'm going to play this thing. Maybe we draw Water Energy or a Double Dragon and we take a knockout right here, and we did draw Water Energy. Perfect. So this has turned out really nice for us, so let's just go for it. I mean, we're taking some damage off of that Verbank, but I don't really care too much about that either. Just going to discard the water, just because we have another water in hand. And this way, if we draw the Stadium, we might just be able to use Fast Raid anyway, so there's another Gengar and a Trevenant coming down. Okay, not that too scared about that Trevenant. I think I'm going to retreat here and start dealing damage to that benched Gengar. Or actually, I might bring it to the active position and just go for the Stadium. No, maybe actually, if I bring the Gengar to the active position, I might just get a Double Dragon and just deal 120 damage to it. I think that's fine. I think I'm going for that. Let's see how this goes. So let's discard. Guess I don't really need a Shaman anymore. And the Ultra Ball, don't really like that too much, but I think I want the energy, right? You never know. I think you never. I think I will actually discard a single energy. Yeah. Kinda sucks, but oh well, what can you do? We got the Double Dragon. Let's put it here. And then we can evolve, deal damage to this guy. Can go for another bat. When did I put this Zubat down? I think it was the last turn. Yeah, but I don't want to do that this turn, because I want to Sycamore next turn. So yeah, I think I'm fine. Let's just play this Sunny Case. Bam. 120 on his Gengar. Our Latios will be dead now, but we have really decent attackers with the Crobat, so I'm not really scared of anything my opponent shows us. Just go with one. Can just deal 20 damage to the bench. We also have an N. I'm going to Sycamore, and I want to play the energy. So I think I'm actually going to attack the Gengar. I think that's nice. Sycamore. Shrine of Memories, that doesn't really do much here, so I'm going to save it. Or maybe now, I'm just going to trump his Stadium. And I'm just going to do 30 damage to that Gengar and knock it out. And now we can actually start recharging our Latios while he deals with our Crobat. Hopefully we can wake up here. And if my opponent retreats into the Trevenant, I might just go with the Latios and just start using Mach Flight and sticking the Trevenant there. Oh, we do not wake up. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that sucks. Could end, but I don't think I will do that. Just going to do this. Okay, let's see what our opponent does. If he has a double colorless, he will definitely use his Gengar to just deal a lot of damage for our Crobots. Okay, there's the Sycamore. Is my opponent playing switches? I don't think he is. I mean, he has Mystery Energy, and he also has the Float Storms. I don't think he can afford to play a million retreat cards. Okay, we actually got an evolution. How good is that? It actually is really good, but I don't really need it. I can just retreat here and just take the last knockout with the Luster Purge. So yeah, this is just game here. Our opponent took a lot of prizes, but we were actually in control the whole time. I mean, our first Mega Latios and only Mega Latios took a beating and just took a lot of prizes as well. So we're kind of in control the whole time. We kind of had to let the first Latios die, but it was a tactical sacrifice on our part, so it worked out really well in the end. We're always in control, and we managed to win this game really well. So as you can see, this is a really fun deck to play. If you like bench damage, this is the deck for you for sure. So tell me what you guys think in the comments. Tell me what you think of the sound quality this time, and yeah, see you guys next time. Bye.